Guadeloupe took place in February of 1979. Did you know that requests for more performances followed and Les Vikings became Ophelia's backing band, eventually playing hundreds of concerts in Guadeloupe, Martinique, French Guiana, and France? Did you know that she has performed in Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, Tortola, Montserrat, Tobago, and Antigua? And most recently, Burkina Faso. Did you know that she has won many awards? The Maracas d'Or in Paris, the Cicero Medal of Honor, and the Caribbean Cultural Icon Award from the Carafesta Committee, the only person to be awarded in the musical field. Did you know that thus far, Ophelia has recorded 17 albums, which have all proved successful to varying degrees, but it is her live performances that have solidified her as a Caribbean star? Did you know that Ophelia recently returned from Burkina Faso, where she performed her latest number, Burkinabe Rise? Join her alongside Prince of Mexwadix on Creole Heartbeat this morning from 11 on Your Nation station, where she'll catalog her journey. Our focus today on Did You Know? Le Grand Dame des Chansons Antillaises, Ophelia Olivache Marie. Up next, we'll bring you the DBS Major Morning News.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to the DBS Morning Major News. In the headlines, the upcoming Dominica Music Awards enter a new phase today as voting for the event continues. In news from the region, Antigua and Barbuda has approved a cannabis research license for UWI St. Augustine, and internationally, Ukraine's president says his country is ready for elections after U.S. President Donald Trump repeated claims Kiev was using war to avoid holding the elections. I'm your presenter this morning, Alian Christopher. These are the headlines, the details when we return.
Transform your meals with the superb quality that is found in Robert's products. Become a master baker with Belvo Crease shortening. Add a touch of love to your food with Sunflower Soft Luxury Spread. Perfect your bread with Glow Spread Margarine. Add mellow cream, the tastemaker flavor to all your gravies, soups, and stews. Robert's, for the love of cooking. Distributed by Fine Foods, the biggest distributor of the biggest brands found in Dominica.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Morning Major News. The upcoming Dominica Music Awards enter a new phase today as voting for the event continues. Ambassador Leroy Wadix Charles joins us live to discuss the latest on the Dominica Music Awards. Good morning, Ambassador Charles. How are you doing?
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners of the most comprehensive news package in the Western Hemisphere.
Yes, Ambassador, the upcoming Dominica Music Awards enter a new phase today. What can you tell us?
Yes, today, December 10th, 2025, is the final voting day for the public for the 2025 Dominican Music Awards. In other words, this is the last chance to support a favorite artist and have decide who rises to the top. And all the fans can vote at www.creoleheartbeat.com. Voting ends tonight at midnight. So far, almost 10,000 votes are cast. And the public is asked to take note that the public voting accounts for 60% of the final score. And after tonight, the judges panel will review all submitted work, contributing to the remaining 40%. So the voting accounts for 60% and the judges the balance of 40%. Once the judges complete the evaluation, the finalists for the Dominica Music Award 2025 will be officially announced. So we encourage fans, families, friends, and supporters across the world to stand with your musicians. Your vote matters, your support matters, our music matters. And this highly anticipated Dominica Music Awards 2025 is presented by Creole Heartbeat and will take place on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026 at the prestigious Intercontinental Dominica Cabaret Resort and Spa. This landmark event celebrates the excellence, creativity, and cultural power of Dominican music and its contributors at home and abroad. This year's ceremony promises an unforgettable night of prestige, culture, and artistic brilliance, featuring 24 competitive award categories with over 200 nominees who have been nominated across the full spectrum of Dominica's music genres, including bouillon, calypso, reggae, gospel, soca, and traditional music. Also, 7 lifetime awards will be given and 2 special awards. Never before in the history of Dominican music has there been that level of excitement, participation, voting, and most of all, this amount of nominees for any awards presentation. This database is testimony of how significant and monumental our creatives, artists, musicians, and musical technocrats are. And this barometer will further stimulate, inspire, and invigorate our music industry. We want to remind our patrons that limited tickets are available and are going fast, and you can purchase your tickets online at www.creoleheartbeat.com and click VIP. So you have the option of following in person or watch anywhere in the world on pay-per-view online experience with our partner DBS Radio, who presently is one of our major partners, title partners. So let's celebrate, let's elevate, let's honor the brilliance of our Dominican artists. The Dominican Music Awards 2025, Saturday, January 3rd, at the Intercontinental Dominica Cabaret Resort and Spa. Get your tickets now at www.creoleheartbeat.com. Thank you very much, DBS Radio.
All right, Ambassador Leroy Wadix Charles, thank you very much for joining us live this morning.
Okay, thank you very much. Pleasant day and welcome.
Of course, the upcoming Dominica Music Awards entering a new phase today. We continue with the morning news. Representative of the Integrity Commission, Palestrina Roll Henry, has encouraged the public service to emulate the standards set by persons in public life who were recognized by the Commission this week. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, Attorney General Levi Peter, Permanent Secretary Lucien Blackmore, Willie Fevrier, Colin Piper, Min Chinton Burton, and Janice Jean-Jacques Thomas were recognized for compliance to the Integrity in Public Office Act.
These awardees represent the very best of what public service can be. They remind us that integrity is not an occasional act. It is a daily commitment. It is shown not in grand gestures, but in the quiet consistency of doing what is right, what is required, and what is expected of those who serve the public trust. Their example strengthens public confidence in the Integrity Commission as an independent institution. More importantly, it strengthens confidence in the governance of our nation. By honoring them today, we reaffirm our collective commitment to ethical leadership and sound public administration. Their conduct sets a standard worthy of emulation, and it is our hope that it will continue to inspire others across the public service to embrace the values of honesty, accountability, and transparency.
And that's representative of the Integrity Commission, Palestrina Rule, Henry. 27 farmers, agro-processors, and fisher folk from across Dominica will be honored later today as the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy hosts the 3rd Annual National Agricultural and Fisheries Recognition Ceremony. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Ryan Ansem, says the ceremony scheduled for 4 p.m. at the State House Conference Room will celebrate the individuals whose dedication, innovation and resilience continues to sustain Dominica's food system.
This event, the ministry and its partners will honor farmers, fishers, agro-processors, youth leaders, new and emerging agri-entrepreneurs, educators and community champions whose daily work strengthen our rural economy, safeguard our food security, and advances the vision of a modern blue and green economy. Each award presented, it is more than an individual achievement. It reflects the collective spirit of our hardworking farmers and fisher folks and agro-processors. These are basically our heroes. They provide food and nutrition security on a daily basis.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Ryan Ansem, he says the honorees will be recognized across 5 major categories. The highlight of the ceremony will be the most prestigious award to the Farmer and Fisher of the Year.
We will see the recognition in 5 main categories: crop and livestock of excellence, fisheries and aquaculture, where we will recommend young fisher folks, long-standing commercial fisher folk, and aquaculture and mariculture. Innovation and leadership is another category we will be recognizing tomorrow, where we will recognize youth, women, most resilient, innovative farmer, and more so, outstanding primary and secondary school. We will also be recognizing hucksters, our outstanding vendors, fisher vendors, and our extension and fisheries officer. The most prestigious award will be Farmer of the Year and Fisher of the Year. So it's really an event where we celebrate our food heroes, the men and women and youth that provide food for our people, that nourish us, that gives us a daily nutritious diet. And so we want to salute and thank the farmers and fisher folks. And tomorrow's event is to appreciate their hard work and their success in agriculture and fisheries.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Ryan Ansem. The Emergency Agricultural Livelihoods and Climate Resilience Project will hold a major handover ceremony today as part of over $1 million in public distributions aimed at strengthening Dominica's climate resilient agriculture sector. 95 farmers will receive irrigation packages to support climate smart production, while 10 agro-processors and beekeepers will receive key apiculture equipment to boost honey production and resilience. The initiative reflects government's ongoing investment in building a stronger agricultural economy as the project nears its final phase. The ceremony begins at 9 a.m. at the DAPEX warehouse facility. And Executive Director of the Dominica Social Security, Janice Jean-Jacques Thomas, says the institution has remained committed to the welfare of contributors. Her comments as the Dominica Social Security made financial contributions to 12 charitable institutions last week.
The donations being presented today range in amounts from $1,000 to $5,000, with the recipient organizations being the following: Cause, the center where adolescents learn to love and serve at Portsmouth; Chances, Children's Home for the abused, neglected, cheated, and emotionally scarred, located at GMIT; the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities; Dominica Dementia Foundation; Dominica Infirmary; Education Trust Fund; Grotto Home for the Homeless; House of Hope, located at Daly's; Maho Senior Citizens Home; Northern District Home for the Aged; St. Jerome's Ministry at Granby; the Social Center Model Preschool. I venture to say, without fear of contradiction, that both in the context of today's activity as well as the continued timely and accurate payment of the various benefits that it is mandated to pay to eligible persons as and when they become due, the Dominica Social Security continues to touch lives of Dominicans, thereby fostering their economic and social well-being.
Executive Director of the Dominica Social Security, Janice Jean-Jacques Thomas. The Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, at the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy on Tuesday hosted a field activity in observance of the 50th anniversary of the establishment of CARDI. The field activity was held at the Laplin Agricultural Station under the theme Strengthening the Dashing Value Chain Through Optimal Plant Density. Country representative for CARDI, Dorian Etienne, said the objective of this field activity was to demonstrate the effect of 3 commonly used planting distances for dashing on plant growth, ground cover, and weed suppression.
Today's activity at the Laplin Agricultural Station is the collaborative effort of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy and CARDI to address a critical gap in providing data-driven, site-specific recommendations for planting distances for dashing in the main growing areas. The experimental plot, as you're seeing, was designed to determine the optimal planting spacings for the common variety that is grown, with a view to maximizing marketable corn yield per acre. It is also designed to analyze the relationship between various planting distances and the cost of production, and also to develop and disseminate practical and evidence planting distances guidelines tailored to our local environment.
And that's country representative for CARDI, Dorian Etienne. And that's the national focus. Regional and international developments comes up next. Of course, now in news from the region, Antigua and Barbuda has approved a cannabis research license for UWI St. Augustine, marking a major regional partnership that validates the country's expanding cannabis sector. Medicinal Cannabis Authority CEO Regis Burton says the collaboration underscores Antigua and Barbuda's leadership in Caribbean cannabis development and supports a shared regional approach. Research will focus on community health needs such as pain management, cancer support, and reducing opioid use. The outcomes expected by February 2026. The partnership also aligns with the nation's ambitions for cannabis export growth and broader agricultural and educational development. Internationally, Ukraine is ready for elections, President Volodymyr Zelensky has said after U.S. President Donald Trump repeated claims that Kiev was using the war to avoid holding the elections. Zelensky's 5-year term as president was due to end in May 2024, but elections have been suspended in Ukraine since martial law was declared after Russia's invasion. Speaking to reporters following Trump's comments in a wide-ranging political interview, Zelensky said he would ask for proposals to be drawn up which could change the law. Elections could be held in the next 60 to 90 days if security for the vote was guaranteed with the help of the U.S. and other allies, he said. Well, that's the news. The DBS Sports Report comes up next.
Where did you put the Lay's chips?
Oh, shucks. I forgot them at home on the counter.
You must be joking. Boy, turn around. No chips, no picnic. He knows that whether it's a picnic, entertaining at home, snacks for the children, or just liming, we always have Frito-Lay chips and snacks with a wide variety of brands, all made natural and continually improving on their products. Frito-Lay snacks is a must for any occasion. There is more than just fun in Frito-Lay snacks. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and available at shops and supermarkets all around Dominica. Forgot them at home. He want to spoil my day. Frito-Lay, good food for the fun of it. Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
This Christmas, bring home the joy with NBD. Apply for an NBD credit card or personal loan, and you could be one of our lucky winners in a special Christmas shopping spree. Celebrate the season with friends and family. Shop for your holiday favorites and make this Christmas truly magical. Make your season brighter. Visit any NBD branch today. For more information, go to nbddominica.com or call 767-255-2300. Hurry! This festive offer ends January 9th, 2026. Don't miss your chance to bring home the joy. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the DBS Morning Sports Report. We kick off with some cricket. Blair Tickner and debutant Michael Ray delivered a strong showing on the opening day of the second test in Wellington as New Zealand dismissed the West Indies for 205 inside 75 overs. Tickner, playing his first test in 2 years, picked up 4 for 32, while Michael Ray complemented with 3 for 67. John Campbell and Brandon King put on 66 for the opening wicket. King made 33 before he was trapped a leg before wicket. Campbell got 44. Shea Hope got 48. Roston Chase 29. New Zealand are 24 for no loss at stumps on day one. West Indies batsman Shea Hope expressed disappointment with his side's first innings collapse after a promising start from King and Campbell.
Yeah, like I said, we let ourselves down the bit in the back end and put too much pressure on the lower order this time around. But credit still must be given to good bowling and good bowlers. So, we still got to look at a few areas there with the bat that we can put a better first innings score to set the game up for us. But it just didn't happen for us today. I found the bounce was a bit inconsistent and the pace off the pitch. Because when I first came into bat, I felt it was very slow. But then I got a few that just skid through right on the badge, as we all saw. So I just had to change my game plan a little bit. I had to adapt to what was happening around me. Started to get out of the way a bit more rather than try to take it on. But I felt everyone had a different challenge at a different time. Even when Glenn came on and started to group some balls there in the end there. But yeah, everyone has a different challenge. Just got to make sure as a batter you're up for each and every one.
And that's West Indies batsman Shea Hope. So at the end of day one, New Zealand trailed by 181 runs. They are 24 without loss at stumps. West Indies made 205 batting first. And the national 23 and under team will need a big score today if they are to turn their fortunes around in their 3-day match with St. Lucia at the Botanic Gardens. That's because the Dominican batsmen failed yet again for the series on Tuesday, and it is St. Lucia with the upper hand heading into today's play. St. Lucia won the toss and opted to bowl first. Dominica were under pressure at 62 for 5 before Malachi Xavier and Jelani Joseph showed a little resistance. The Dominicans were eventually dismissed for 124. Malachi Xavier got 37, Jelani Joseph 34. Aaron Joseph picked up 2 wickets for 9, Jaden Ellibox 2 wickets for 4, and Keon Gaston 2 for 26 for the St. Lucia team. St. Lucia, in reply, were in a dominant position at 100 for 2 before the Dominican bowlers managed to pull things back. St. Lucia, they were bowled out for 170. Theo Edwards got 60 and Tariq Edwards 31. Jelani Joseph took 4 wickets for 56 and Kyron Phillip and Jed Joseph 1 wicket each for Dominica. Dominica, in reply, they were 2 without loss at stumps on day 1. So the scores heading into Day 2, Dominica 124 and 2 without loss, and St. Lucia 170. Dominica trails by 44 runs. And Dominica will be looking to make it 2 wins in a row as they take to the field this afternoon as the Windward Islands Under-15 cricket tournament continues in Grenada. Dominica on Tuesday put in a clinical performance on their way to a comfortable win over Grenada. Darren Ellick led a disciplined Dominica bowling attack as Dominica restricted Grenada to 61 for 6 in 18 overs, having won the toss and elected to bowl first. Dylan John took 1 for 16, Drent August 1 for 7, and Darren Ellick 2 for 3. Jashawn Joseph had none for 7 in his 4 overs. Dominica replied with 63 for 2 in 10 overs. Derwin Lewis got 31, Alex Armstrong got 14. Dominica won by 8 wickets, and they will play St. Lucia this afternoon, and that games get on the way at 1:30. Parliamentary representative for Marigot Anthony Charles is hoping the Neville Moose Pair basketball tournament will showcase the talent in the Northeast. The tournament gets underway this weekend. The tournament will feature the reigning national champions, the Pebush Eagles, as well as former champions, Detroit Blazers. The game will take place at the West Hart Court in Marigot.
The Neville Pair basketball tournament will be starting off officially. It's a late start because of the DBA National League being extended to October, November. So we're going to start off in this Christmas season and we're going to try to showcase our talents, especially in Northeast and around Dominica, as we have all the national teams. We will have the defending champion Pebush Eagles along with second runner-up Benz, Sharks, BABA Sharks, and we also have 2 teams from Marigot, and we also have Blazers, so Maho, Detroit Blazers. We also have Dr. Kenneth Daru, Falcons, 767. So this tournament will also enhance and showcase new talents and talents already found and just totally continue the basketball formation of these young players, talented players. So this tournament is just a continuation of the DABA National League, so the teams can stay fit and we can also discover new talents. So this tournament is not only a Margot tournament, but this tournament is to continue the basketball formation and development in Dominica in a whole. So thanks to DABA for coming on board and supporting this league in Marigot. As one of the main supporters, we welcome all teams.
That's Parliamentary Representative for Marigot, Anthony Charles. Detroit Blazers will play the Pebush Eagles in the opening match on Sunday. The Dr. Daru Pishley Sports Club Falcons, they will take on the Neville Pair Warriors on Sunday as well. In netball, Defending secondary schools under 20 netball champions, the Convent High School picked up another win, this time beating perennial powerhouses, the Dominica State College, as matches continued Tuesday in the under 20 division of Sports Division Secondary Schools netball tournament at Windsor Park. The Convent High School took the match 26-21. Norlis Didier made 12 from 20 attempts and Chloe Gregoire 14 from 22 attempts for the Convent High School, while Niabel Paquette had 6 from 12 attempts, Akila Daisy 7 from 14, and Mamina June 8 from 11 attempts for the State College. In the other under-20 match, Castlebrook Secondary School got the better of the Portsmouth Secondary School 43-31. Shooting for Castlebrook Secondary was Diane Augustine. She had 15 from 25 attempts, and Selena Winston 28 from 47 attempts. While for the Portsmouth Secondary School, Talitha Stewart got 13 from 21 attempts and Jacolia Benjamin 18 from 26 attempts. Meantime, in the under-16 division, Castlebrook Secondary School won over Portsmouth Secondary School A 9-5. And in the other under-16 match, Goodwill Secondary School won against the St. Martin Secondary School 10-0. Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shalu has pointed to the implementation of the majority of the Webby Report as some of the major achievements for Cricket West Indies under his leadership. The Webby Report on governance reform aimed to tackle some of the governance and administrative issues affecting West Indies cricket. Dr. Shalu says there are only a few recommendations left to implement and says generally Cricket West Indies has made a number of strides in recent years.
To date, we have implemented more than 70% of the Webby Report and governance reform, with additional areas scheduled for review during this term. We have placed our women's program firmly on the path towards pay parity, ensuring our female athletes receive the respect and dignity they deserve. We have negotiated a fair and forward-looking memorandum with the West Indies Players Association that strengthens player compensation. Additionally, we have launched the Breakout League with our long-standing partners at CPL, the Caribbean Premier League, to create opportunities for emerging talent. And together, we delivered one of the most memorable World Cups in our history. My friends, this has been meaningful work for all of us in the Caribbean.
That's Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shalu. We end things this morning with more cricket. Hardik Pandya hit an unbeaten half-century and his Indian bowlers put in a good team shift as India made light work out of South Africa to take the first T20 on Tuesday. Pandya smashed 59 of just 20 balls and 6 fours and 4 sixes as India posted 175 for 6 in their 20 overs batting first. Lungi and Giddy took 3 for 31 and Sipamia 2 for 38. South Africa in reply were bowled out for just 74 runs. Ashdeep Singh got 2 for 14, Jasprit Bumrah 2 for 17 and Aksa Patel 2 for 7. India, they won by 101 runs to take a 1-0 lead in the 5-match series. Well, that's a wrap on the DBS Major Morning News and Sports. On behalf of our entire news and sports department, I've been your presenter, Arlian Christopher, our links person, Hazari Williams. We're saying good morning. Join us again for more news during the course of the day.
This Christmas, bring home the joy with NBD. Apply for an NBD credit card or personal loan, and you could be one of our lucky winners in a special Christmas shopping spree. Celebrate the season with friends and family. Shop for your holiday favorites and make this Christmas truly magical. Make your season brighter. Visit any NBD branch today. For more information, go to nbddominica.com or call 767-255-2300. Hurry! This festive offer ends January 9th, 2026. Don't miss your chance to bring home the joy. Terms and conditions apply.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget,